Hey twerps, it's been a while since I talked about a goofy topic on the channel. Well, guess what? I found something very interesting. You know, on the World Wide Web, there's a lot of stupid trends out there that I tend to talk about, of course. And today, one in particular that kind of, I don't know, weirds me out the most. Looksmaxxing or Looksmaxxing or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know what it's called anymore. Whatever. It's the trend where these guys, especially these low estrogen guys, these low testosterone guys, these fucking low self-esteem guys, most of the time I believe at least, they go and they do these different methods and to their credit, they talk about things that most people would consider to be good advice. You know, any typical person is going to tell you to eat right, you know, smell right, look right, you know, work out, do your deeds, you know, all that basic shenanigan, you know, Disney movie shit. However, when I say that some of these people go to extreme limits to make themselves look like a Giga Chad, it becomes a serious problem. Of course, I had to make myself look as greasy and as inept as possible. So after I took a shower, I didn't brush my hair. So yeah, we're back to this look again. It's been a while. It's been a while. I know it's been a while, but you know, I had to look extra ugly for this video in case some twerp wants to go into my comment section and call me ugly. Surprisingly, this may shock you. I've never been called ugly very much in my life, to be honest. Yeah, God forbid. Hey, look, God forbid. You know, Landon actually gets the bitches. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. You know, I'm not the best, but I'm also not the worst. It's funny to me, though, that I have had a couple of idiots in my life that had a football head like Stewie try to tell me that I'm ugly, yet they look like a damn troglodyte or a fucking caveman. So, yeah, pick your poison there. However, the reason why I say this is a problem is because for some reason, I don't know who thought it was a good idea to do drugs to sink your cheeks to make that really defined jaw. I don't know why doing drugs is a good idea for that. You know, I've seen people do facial like restructurings and bone marrow implants and all this weird Hollywood shit. Like, I feel like it gets to a point where we have to say, look, maybe you should be happy with the face that you're born with and just, you know, that is the way it is, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people aren't born the same. It's inevitable. As humans, we're all not going to look the same. Some people are going to be ugly and other people are going to be, you know, handsome. Some people are going to be funny and other ones aren't. You know, that's the trend. That's the way the world works. However, to beat down on people almost, to, you know, call them incels, to say just some of the nastiest shit ever confuses me, because like it's a perplexing mindset to constantly hate on people that you think is beneath you all because of their looks. I won't lie though, it takes an impressive amount of degeneracy and low testosterone to actually believe that another loser on the internet is better than you just because of the way that they look. Like Wowie Zowie, Clavicular, or whatever his fucking name is crazy rich dude, bro. He's fucking insane because he does his jaw workouts and he uses all these weird prescription pills and shit that does funny things to his balls. You know, it's like, what the who cares? Who honestly cares? You should be worried about making money more than you are worried about the way you look. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, even though I do love that sometimes. But some of the most successful people in the world aren't really the best looking. I'm just saying. You know, it's almost like social standards have manipulated people's minds into thinking that if you are tall and 6'5" and built like handsome Squidward, all of a sudden everything in the world is just gonna go right for you. Now, of course, you know, we all know, you know, tall people, they have advantages. You know, handsome people, they have advantages. You know, there is a standard in society where beautiful people are looked upon more fondly than ugly people. But I do believe that the measure of success is not depending on how well you look. I guess if you're considering a certain category, maybe, but no, not in general. I think some of the most successful people in the world are people who are smart, they're brilliant, they work their asses off, and they understand how to work smarter, not harder. You know, yeah, looks may be applied to certain things, especially if you're, you know, you're adult films or you're a model, but those are look-specific things. I don't think looking good is a skill either. That's another thing. I think some people are just born genetically with just better genes. That genuinely does happen. You can have some idiot on the internet, some weirdo try to convince you that otherwise, but please listen to me when I tell you that no matter how much you do, no matter how much facial moisturizers or cum splats you do, or how many showers you take, or how many nose hairs you pluck out your nose, how many toenail clippings you clip, I don't care. It gets to a point where you must realize that you are ugly, or you must get to a point where you realize that you're handsome. Either one, it doesn't matter. Don't let it shoot your confidence. I've always said that. I'm not the best looking guy. Look at me. I'm mediocre. Hell, I call myself butt fucking ugly all the time, and I might be. I don't know. But the point is, you shouldn't let people control your life and tell you that you're ugly for that. I see a lot of weird trends with the whole looksmaxxing thing and the extreme limits that some of these people go to, and it is insane to me. I mean, some of these guys believe that if they don't take their vitamin C, D, C, F, P, ACP in the mornings, that the boogeyman's gonna come downstairs and fuck them in the ass. I mean, it has gotten bad. There's a lot of people who believe up and down with these weird, massaging techniques and doing a fucking teeth grinding thing, and it's just so fucking... I never thought people would obsess particularly over faces as much nowadays. I've seen people obsess over people's bodies. Okay, obsessing over somebody's body, sure, you can actually do a lot with your body. I think you could do more with your body than you can with your face. The body is malleable. You can do many things with it. But the face itself, the way your face is structured with the muscles and the skeleton, there's only so much you can do. Some people are going to have defined jaws, some people aren't. That's just the way it is. But it's just so fucking weird to me that the internet can somehow or another manage to make the dumbest trends the most popular and have idiots actually telling others that if you buy their 20-step, 30-step program on the internet for $7.99, and you follow their 13-step routine of waking up and putting your Rolex on and doing all this rich lifestyle shit and then massaging your jaw and then taking hot saunas and showers, some people don't have those. Some people don't have those fucking, some people don't have those lifestyles. Nobody wakes up in a 3-bedroom condo every day and goes to the gym and then works out and then takes a shower and then eats lunch and then goes and drives around and does, I don't know, whatever, scrolls on the computer for a couple of hours, comes back, works out, eats, and then goes to bed and then wakes up the next day and repeats, and then all of a sudden they're a millionaire. Those kind of things don't fucking work. We're normal people here, just saying. So I don't know. This is such a stupid trend, and I wanted to sit down and talk about it. It's super late, and looksmaxxing is dumb. Don't ever let people tell you otherwise, okay? You're beautiful the way you are, in my opinion, at least. And if somebody calls you ugly, say fuck you too. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had to yap about. So, see ya.